And he died, and he's married, legally married, separated about 30 years, and we had to cremate him because we couldn't cremate him because they said he has a wife, and we have to find her. So we had to place an ad in the paper, so to try to find her, to say at least we tried to contact her to let her know her husband is dead. But they wouldn't let us do anything because he had a legal wife.
That's right.
Even though they were separated like 30, 50 years.
And that's why I also said to you earlier before we broke for lunch, right? When we were talking about that hierarchy. A legal blood relative.
We couldn't do nothing.
Okay? Legal blood relative. Now those who are, what they say, love is love. Know this. When somebody dies and they're married, you better be prepared to find husband or wife. Okay? In some places, even the burial. Okay? That's when that piece of paper becomes all important. And if you are separated and there is no opportunity for y'all to get back together, handle your business, please. Go get that divorce, that legal separation, at least to cut the tie. Because not only is it about burying you, it's about your property.
Yep.
I was encouraged to get a divorce when I found out, because I didn't want him bad, but when I found out that my ex could have fought my son for my funeral business had something happened to me.
Ooh.
And I said, the devil is a
All
liar.
right now.
Okay?
All right.
We couldn't hang before. We definitely ain't hanging now.
All right.
And that's how also I was able to get my divorce, because he didn't want to sign it. I would be his only wife. Anyway, that all that air property in South Carolina would have been mine had he died. Them sisters of his made sure he signed the papers. Yes, sir.
What if you have a co-op condo or a house, you have a person living in the house, they got to be on the deed?
Got to do what?
Do your family member's name have to be on the deed?
Yes. For co-op.
And co-op, yes, because I live in a co-op.
Yeah.
Those co-op owners and deed owners tell me they should be there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wait, go ahead. No.
I was going to answer this question.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yes, a co-op, yes. They, two people died on my floor. Out of different apartment. They are fighting now to keep that apartment. They go to court because the name was not on the deed. One of them is aunt, one of them was a girlfriend. But two different apartments, two different co-ops, both of them on my floor. But they cannot have that. They're going to court, they're fighting it now. That if you live in this day, like when my husband died, if my name was not on that deed, although I was married to him, I would have to go.
Exactly. Now that I do know about.
Yes.
That I know about that spousal or common law or domestic partner situation, and you die and your name and paperwork is not together, you lose your apartment. You lose your property. Oh yeah, one other thing too. And I'm not laughing about it. It hurt my heart. When we were on Lenox Avenue, there was a lady who lived in Lenox Terrace. She was a good friend to the funeral home. And my godmother used to tell her, listen, girl, you need to marry that man and you need to make him put your name on that lease. You need to do something. Oh, I'm okay. Well, the man died. And while she was in the funeral home making funeral arrangements, his wife went to Lenox Terrace management office with her marriage license. While she was there, they was changing the locks on that apartment and locked her out of her house that she had lived in but it became the wife's house.
Yeah.
And all her property along with it.
Yep. That's what happens.
Love ain't love.
All right now.
Okay, it ain't love.
All right.
Not when money is involved.
You got that right.
Okay, yes ma'am. Yes ma'am.
Do I need to acquire a lawyer in order to
No, I put the form in your booklet though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a form and it's legal.
Okay.
Yeah, your living will, your proxy, your healthcare proxy. I put all of that in there for you.
Does it have to be notarized?
They say it don't. I would.
Okay.
I would.
Okay.
I would have everything notarized. Yes. And let me.
Does it need to be registered anywhere, or do you just need to?
No, you just need to have it. Person needs to have it. Okay. All right. Your healthcare proxy. There's a copy of your healthcare proxy in here. Okay. Yes, a copy of your healthcare proxy. Make a copy and fill it in. All pages of it. You have your New York living will. Make a copy, fill it out.
So you should keep it really with your person?
Yes, you should.
Like
Yes, you should.
Insurance policy and such?
Yes. It's all in ahead of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I see at the bottom here, it says a witness, an address. So does someone have to be a witness when you?
Definitely, these are legal documents. These are actual documents. So whatever it says, that's what you need to do. There is a statement of the agent claiming legal control of the disposition. Here it is. Huh? That means this is the person who says they can bury you. Okay? This pertains to burial, not cremation. Have to be a blood relative, close blood relative, to order cremation for the reasons I told you. Because cremation is final.
Yes.
Okay? Then, here is the statement by someone other than the agent. These two forms, that scenario I gave you earlier, these two forms are applicable in that situation, okay, by the agent and by the person other than the agent. How you navigate the police department if you are caught in that situation, how to claim property, etc. Okay, and this isn't new, by the way, but the police department is now enforcing it. They're now living by it.
Okay.
They're now walking by it, but there was a time when you could circumvent all of this. You can't circumvent stuff anymore, not like you used to. And so, and it even tells you how to claim decedent's property. Now, there are two books that I normally sell. I don't sell them anymore. What I did was I made copies of both of them and include them in your workbook. Okay? And it will help you to put your house in order. Okay? This one side tells you, will it ask, so your family will know your funeral home to be contacted, this vital statistics. You'd be surprised at how many folks come to make arrangements and don't know anything about their parents. Well, that's mama. Now, yeah, well, yeah, that is mama and daddy, etc. But they had a name.
That's right. That's right.
They had a name.
That's right.
And the name wasn't sis.
That's right.
And it wasn't booby.
That's right. That's right. You're right. You're right.
Okay? And there are just some of us who become that quote unquote pathological in our relationship, and so we don't know their name. Full name, Mary Alice Brown Jr. Full name. Because the military wants to know if Mary Alice Brown or James Johnson Brown or James Edward Johnson Brown served. Those are part of their identifying markers. Their real date of birth. I got a situation right now where the military had 1 year of birth because the gentleman went in early and he had to make himself legal, okay, to get in the military. However, Social Security knows another year.
Mm-hmm.
And so does the insurance company.
Yep.
And if the year of birth is different from the insurance company, will penalize you. But anyway, that's another conversation. But you need to know, because when the military looks up 1932 and it was actually 1933, and you just talking about James Edward, and there's no middle initial, and father unknown and mother unknown, and he was born somewhere in South Carolina. How many people do you think that applies to?
Wow.
That's right. Yeah.
How many people don't have that name? That's right. That's right. Thank
You got to
Thank
find out whole names, middle name, and you know, my name is Patricia A. Morris. People assume it's Patricia Ann. No, it ain't. My name is not Patricia Ann. My name is Patricia Ardea.
Idea.
Put Patricia Ann down for me, and bells is going off everywhere, because that's not my name.
All right. All right. That's the way it should be if it's not you.
Okay? Fill this vital records portion out. Fill it out. Fill it out for everybody you need to know of. Yes, ma'am.
Just like you were saying right now, the name is so important because everybody here knows me as Renee Lewis.
That is your
My
name.
name is Wanda Renee Lewis.
That's true.
Anything happens to me, everything in my business record says Wanda Renee Lewis.
Exactly.
I never knew that.
See, and it's the truth. Yeah. We get so... That's not co-pastor. That's not his name, co-pastor. That's his title.
That's right. That's right.
But we'll tell somebody, oh, what's his name? His name co-pastor. No. His name is Albert. Junior. And that's it. That's it. We don't know personal facts. We don't know where folks went to school. We don't know what they like. Well, mama liked to bake. Mama liked to do something else besides bake cakes. Okay? And then we want to write these 4-page thingy-jiggies that really do not really reflect who our loved one was. Amen?
Amen.
So, basically, I'm going to leave you. Oh, funeral arrangements. Oh, yeah. Who do you want to preach? What scriptures? Okay. Who you want for pallbearers? Whether or not you want flowers. Somebody recently had a service here. Everybody wanted all these flowers, and the person couldn't stand flowers because they was allergic. The person couldn't stand. They were allergic to flowers. Find out folks want real flowers or fake flowers.
Yeah, really.
You know what I'm talking about.
We know.
Or if they would rather have those things donated in their name to a charity. And we don't think about that. Or to, something
Till
else.
something happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where did they work? Did they retire from there? Because maybe there's some benefits. Especially when nicer? Yeah. Sometimes they have, or FICA, sometimes they have money that has been, you have a working document that will answer a lot of your questions if you take the time to go through it. And 90% of y'all know how to reach me if you got a question or two.
But what you told me something that I didn't know about the veterans, because I always thought one of us children could be buried
Oh,
there.
yes.
I just found
Yeah.
out. No,
Veterans, the only person who can be buried with the veteran,
Why?
besides their spouse, is a child. Notice I didn't say minor. Is a child who, because of mental, emotional, or physical disability, has been dependent on that veteran all their life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a dependent child. Yeah.
Very
yeah,
informative.
yeah.
Very.
And what happens is that they don't just, government don't take your word for it. There is a lot of paperwork that has to be done, doctors and the whole bit. But once it's been verified that this child has been dependent on the veteran, they can be buried with the veteran.
Amen.
Does it matter the age?
No, that's why, no.
That's why she didn't
Because,
say no.
right, because, you know, a child who is emotionally or psychologically impaired really don't age the way regular children do.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Power of attorney.
Dies when your loved one dies.
Huh?
Dies when your loved one dies.
Okay.
That's why I cut you off, because I get that all the time. Yeah, you can have power of attorney and it's enforced. The minute they cease to breathe, it ceases to live. Because the court will always err on the side of caution that maybe they would have changed you from being the power of attorney to somebody else.
So the documents that's in that booklet would help after.
They help during.
So what helps after?
What helps after is knowing who the vital information that I have in here. In other words, I said document, you know, vital information, their name, you know, where they were born, things like that. Yeah. This is all preventative. And every situation after is different, so I can't cover for after. Yeah, your wife, because your wife.
What you said about the handicap, that only applies to the veterans.
Yeah, to veterans.
Also, a regular person that has a handicapped child.
A spouse and a handicap or a handicapped child. And when I say child, they're our children till they die.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you could be 85 and you're 47-year-old.
Exactly. If they were
All
physically
right.
and emotionally, you know, debilitated and dependent on you, on the veteran.
Right.
Because women can be a veteran too.
Right.
So dependent on the veteran, they can be buried with you.
Okay, but that's only a veteran.
Well, we're talking about veterans because you can bury anybody you want in the private grave. Yeah. I don't know if I want to answer no more of your questions. You need a session all by yourself. Yeah, he do. This your last one, and then I'm turning it over to co-pastor.
You name the person you want to name their executive of their estate.
Mm-hmm.
Can that be done before you?
Can they what?
Can that be done before you die?
It has to be done before you die. That's your will.
Power of attorney, you said.
Power of attorney and executive estate is two different things. Okay? Executive of your estate is who you name in your will before you die. And this is who you say you want to administer, you know, your money, your assets, whatever. A power of attorney are the documents that this young lady and her sister need to transact her mother's financial business, to make decisions for her mother with the doctor, and because of HIPAA, you need the power of attorney to be able to discuss it with the doctors, because even though she has dementia or whatever, she still has her right to privacy.
Right.
And so you would present that to, hold on one second, son. You would present that, or the two of you would present that to the doctor, to the hospital, to give you the opportunity to define what her medical protocol is, but for them to be able to make decisions. However, when she dies, the power of attorney dies. Power of attorney and executor are two different things, and it dies. Now, sir, and I'm serious, you're the last one, and then I'm, oh. Okay.
You answered my question with him, but I just want to be short. Like, say I'm my mother's power of attorney in her proxy, and she has dementia and all that, she's not able to take care of anything. So I'm doing it for her right now.
Right.
And she passes away.
All that dies.
All that dies?
All of it dies. Yeah, all of it dies. Immediately, by the way. Immediately. I've had people call me up, but I'm the power of attorney, and
So how do I go about taking care of her funeral arrangements?
make a pre-arrangement.
Okay. Thank you.
And to be equitable about it, if you have siblings, sit down with your siblings. And y'all fight it out now. Don't wait till you get to the funeral director to fight it out. Well, mama liked the pink dress. No, she didn't. She liked green. What's wrong? No, I've seen enough fights, physical. Not only verbal, but physical fights. Fight it out now. Reverend, a pre-needed, yes.
I just want to say that I was a healthcare proxy for someone, and they called me to pull the plug, and I wasn't. So I walked up and told
Can't hear you.
I was a healthcare proxy for a person. The doctor called me and said that they had coded her like 3 or 4 times, and did they want to still? I just walked away and I said, well, Lord, take care of that. I don't have that authority in me. I wouldn't do that. But anyway, she passed like 2 days later. She had, her beneficiary was her granddaughter. So when it came time to bury her, the granddaughter was only 12 years old. She had no executor. So they couldn't do nothing. I don't even know really what happened. I think some relatives had to come from down south because the granddaughter was a minor.
Exactly.
And she couldn't get the money. She had to wait till she was 18, and then I think they appointed an executive. But I know, yeah, it's so.
And it was the same case that we did one some years ago. Some years ago. Yeah, she wound up in Pottersfield. She later wound up in Pottersfield. Thank you for reminding me of that. Do not put children in charge of your finances.
All right now.
If they are not already 18,
That's right.
don't do it. In this particular case, I think the lady's children were like out there, and she called herself protecting her granddaughter, not realizing that this was going to happen. Everything shuts down because a minor cannot execute a contract. Yes, ma'am?
You say the minor cannot execute
A contract, right?
But wouldn't it be over the parent who would have to assist it in?
Not if the beneficiary is the person whose name you put on the insurance policy as the beneficiary. The court does not play family. If you put little Missy Sue down as a beneficiary, if little Missy Sue is not 18 years old and the family don't have no extra money, you on the Pottersfield. And I didn't mean to say that abruptly, but I'm trying to get the co-pastor. The resources, when little Missy Sue turns 18 years old, she gets everything with interest, because the insurance company then has to pay interest on it. And little Missy Sue gets everything.
But you don't have to continue paying that policy, though.
No, because you don't pay for policies after someone has deceased. Yeah, but do not put insurance policies and anything else that needs to be negotiated, deeds, anything, in the hands, in the name of minors. They cannot execute a contract. And funeral arrangements, that is a legal binding contract.
Okay.
Last time.
You
you said not to put it in a minor, but for example, if the policy is $50,000 and you got more than one beneficiary on there, and even you got that minor on there, now the policy gets divided, correct?
Well, if you have other people, yes, it gets divided. If you have a $50,000 policy and you have 4 beneficiaries, of which the minor is only one of the 4, the other 3 are adults, then the funeral is paid for out of the proceeds that belong to the 3. But the minor's portion is held intact until the minor. Yeah. Yeah. No, not even with an executor, because the law does not allow for that. Yeah. The minor's portion, the minor's $10,000 is put into an interest-bearing savings account by the insurance company. And the funeral is paid for out of the other. And when the minor becomes 18, they get their money.
It's very fruitful. Very fruitful.
Very info.
Very fruitful. Very fruitful.
Thank you for spending your time.
Very fruitful.
Yes. Yes.
I go and get our have you learned anything? My mind is spinning. You hear me? There's so much that needs to be done in my life. Man, I am gonna call you. You don't put it in my mind. I'm gonna call you now. But I thank you. I thank you.